Hi, I'm Chef Leo.
Hi, I'm Chef Theo, and this is The Confessions of a Private Chef. Hey, Chef, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm doing really good. I'm sitting down here in the historic 78624 of the bar on the Golden Block of Fredericksburg.
Oh man, it's epic.
I know.
We've been so lucky this new season to kind of be here, and I in some ways I do miss the studio too, because we have like this, Chef Leo Studio is like this great little space for creativity, and it's just, he designed it and then he built it, so you have this like really cool feeling when you're in there. He's got all this crazy good artwork. He's got some, instruments and a lot of his stuff from his past. So I do in some ways miss the studio, but this, what better of a spot though? This place could.
Dude, I know. I mean, you can't like right now. I didn't build a restroom in my studio, so we can't just go out back and piss on the side of the door. So I mean, we got to be a little bit more civil here.
Yeah.
Not that we couldn't walk in the house, man, but it just wouldn't be the same. I'm gonna build that restroom, and then we'll probably still just walk out the door and piss.
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah,
man?
that's this tradition now at this point. Yeah. So
That's crazy.
I do miss the studio sometimes, but I mean, this place is beautiful,
Yeah.
and I mean, we're in the best part of Fredericksburg, the Golden Block.
The people, man. I mean, we always see
Yeah.
someone new. I mean, I have a friend of ours, Brandon Vineyards. They used to work together. Jasper was right there sitting in front of us, man. She was working for the Pacific War Museum with him. I'm not sure if she's still over there now. I think she is, but super cool girl. I went to school with her, and it's really sweet. But anyways, yeah, I do miss the studio, but I mean, at the studio, we don't have my son making cocktails.
Oh, I know.
Bringing it to us.
This is a bonus. That's a bonus.
That's
Yeah.
a bonus. I mean, now on the downside, I can't just go throw out a tomahawk in the back on the grill either. So, but maybe we can work around that later. I can turn the fireplace on and maybe take a break.
Oh, that'd be rad. That'd be rad.
But then everybody in the bar is going to want to go out and have a bite.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, your backyard is kind of a construction site right now too.
It is. And so, I mean, but hopefully soon. I'm going to say another 4 months and I'll be done, like 100%, and then I can make it look pretty again and back to the Oasis to record, unless we like this setup.
I don't know.
Man.
Who knows what the future holds?
We'll
but
see, man. So
I love watching your progress.
Yeah.
I love watching your progress on Instagram, dude. It's cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, thanks. But hey, what about you? What are
It's
you up
good,
to?
man. I've just been doing some tastings for some weddings. I'm doing a little consulting job out in College Station. So been working on that a little bit, and we're going back there at the end of the month for another pop-up. And so yeah, man, I just do whatever I can to stay busy and
busy, money.
You know what I mean? Money, and cooking and recipe writing and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's cool.
Yeah, God, man, I don't miss those days of recipe writing. I need to start doing that, but I mean, I just don't.
It's one of those things, dude. It's like I used to hate it to the point where, I would just like procrastinate super heavy on it. And I still have this element of procrastination with it, but I find that through that writing process, it kind of plays into the story of what the dish becomes, which is really cool. So, yeah, man, I am excited about our guest that we have on.
Totally, me too. Just because what he makes and has is like one of my addictions of things. And I have to say, and I feel really bad saying this, that I still have yet to go and try it. I'm fortunate enough to have a Jura in my house, the coffee machine, and that's pretty fucking close to having, a traditional espresso poured for you in Italy, man. I mean, that thing is pretty sweet. And I wake up, make me, 1 or 2 coffees, and then I drop off the girls at school, and then I stop at our friends over at Lori's coffee house, because it's on my way. I'm doing consulting for Zuli's. So, I mean, it's just like coffee right off the bat.
Yeah.
And maybe I need to just have my coffee, get dressed, and then I don't know what time this guy opens, but maybe I should just go straight over there and then drop off the girls. The only issue I've run into is like nobody opens up at 7:30. So it's like nobody wants to get up earlier to go make coffee at 7:30.
Yeah.
But I'm having my first cup at 6, man. So it's like, I just got tired saying all that shit, man. So, but anyways,
Cool.
dude, I mean, I don't know how you feel about coffee, but I'm pretty.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm an addict for sure.
Well, I forget. I made you a few cups at my studio.
Oh yeah, dude.
With some Liquor 43.
Yeah, iced coffee changed my life. I can tell you that for sure.
Changed my life.
I know, man.
There's the south side of you coming out.
So yeah, I met Matt a couple weeks ago, and I was talking to him for a couple minutes, and I was like, you know what? He needs to meet Chef Leo, because just from getting to know him in this small portion of time, I'm like, this guy's a doer, just like Chef Leo.
It's badass.
And
most Mexicans are, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he's Mexican. Are you Mexican?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, man, because with the name was Gutierrez, they can go, further south.
So
That's
anyways,
my better half.
Yeah, there you go.
So without further ado,
There you go.
our friend Matt. Hey Matt, how are you?
Welcome.
I'm well. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
For
sure.
Yeah.
So, man, I mean, why coffee? Why Fredericksburg? What are you doing here, man? Are you from here? Where are you from?
I'm not from here. I'm from Louisville, Texas. Some of the Fighting Farmers.
Nice.
But we've been here for like 9 years now. 9 years.
Yeah,
it's a long time.
Technically, you're a transplant local, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, my wife and I, we moved here 9 years ago. We took over Hotel Kitzmiller, which is a family-owned property, right? So we renovated that space.
Where's that at?
It's right next to the Dairy Queen, dangerously close to the Dairy Queen.
Yes. Yeah.
910 East Main Street.
Yeah. It's got the cool painting.
That's one of my best friends.
That's cool.
He's from Fort Worth. He now is he's living in Savannah. He's part of SCAD.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So Caroline Cohen, the owner's daughter, that's where she went to school, and she's back over there now working.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's there. He's pretty far up in the art department there. He's a good dude. Nathan Madrid.
That's awesome.
Shout out Nate.
Dude, badass name.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a good guy. Really good friend of mine. He's a very talented artist. He did that mural right on the front. It's Enchanted Rock. We were talking about Enchanted Rock.
So freaking cool.
Beautiful mural. At Nathan Madrid, I think. Madrid Nathan, I don't know. Something like that.
I gotta check it out.
Social handle. Yeah.
Badass.
That's cool. So that was kind of your reason for coming?
That's where we started. Yeah, my wife and I, we worked at the Hilton Austin. When I met her, I was on the food and beverage side. She was on the room side. So, yeah, I just, really, I fell in love right away.
Yeah,
so
you hooked up. Give me a key for the room. Let's go. Dude,
I did my best. I think actually the AGM there, her name was Babette. She was super, super sweet. She was German. She told the food and beverage director back then, she could see that there was something. And after the fact, I found all this out. Right, yeah. But my food and beverage director, it was his birthday, and she had me and Taylor, my wife, also partner, the better half of SureShot Mobile Espresso Bar, which is my business. One of the businesses, I guess. Multiple business. I'm a doer, like you said. But so she and I were in charge of decorating his office for his birthday as a surprise. And ever since then, I was just like always trying to find a way to hang out with her. I mean, she's beautiful. She's so funny. She's so smart. She's so clever. We were talking about that as well with all the socials.
You were just trying to find other ways to decorate more stuff with her.
Yeah, I was just trying to take her out, beautiful bars and restaurants and everything. You know what Austin's like. I mean, we just have plenty of places to go all the time, so we're just doing our best to spend as much time as humanly possible. And then I took a position as a beverage director on the Big Island of Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
And so that was really big with the Hilton brand. And that wasn't for us, to be honest with you. Being there in the Big Island of Hawaii was beautiful. I was there for like 9 months. My wife was there for 6 months. We had a family emergency come up, and it was time to split skis. So we did. So we came back, and then about that exact same time. So it's a family-owned property. Kitzmiller is a family name on my wife's side of the family. So they were losing a couple, and we were like, well, we'll try it out. And they're like, well, we can't afford you, like let's talk about that. And we took the big pay cut, and we decided to come here, and we created something really special. It's really cool. We have some themed rooms. We have a Willie Nelson room. We have a Waylon Jennings room. We have a Hondo room. Like, we have all these really cool rooms. Yeah. So it is a motor court built in the 1930s. So you park right in front of your room. It's definitely one of the more economic options in town.
Dude.
But it's something that people really, really dig. Like, they really like us, and they come back to us over and over and over.
Dude, I literally live right across the street. Like, drive down Mesquite Street.
Yeah.
And That's badass.
Yeah, so 3 years ago, though, we took over the Frederick Motel, which is the motel where SureShot is, right? So SureShot is a mobile espresso bar. So obviously it does move, but it's only open technically right now on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7:30 to 1 o'clock. So, yeah, so come by sometime, Chef. I would love to have you.
I'll be there this week.
Anytime, man. This weekend, though, I'm out at Fredericksburg Trade Days. It is
cool,
mobile.
Maybe we should, but
It is mobile, so we do move. So follow us. My wife does all the socials. You know, she'll put up in the stories where we are when we're open. She, tells people to tell me that I smell good and they'll get $1 off. That kind of stuff. Yeah, she's awesome.
Nice.
She's
Let me
amazing.
ask you this: was
What's up?
the espresso bar mobile thing that you have, was it an idea to service the people who were staying at the hotel? Was that kind of the original thought process?
So we've been talking about doing this for too long. It just took us a long time to jump in and actually do it. So our first business that we created on the side of the hotels, we have a little vintage and vinyl store.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Pearl Snap Vintage and Vinyl.
Nice.
Pearl Snap, man, all the way.
Gotta love it. Yeah, hell
So
yeah.
Pearl Snap is a really cool space. It's inside the lobby of Hotel Kitzmiller.
Dude, I had no idea.
Yeah, so it's a fun little deal. It's a hobby at best, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just so much fun because I'm crazy about records.
And Pearl Snaps.
I too, I'm crazy. Yeah, Pearl Snaps as well.
I love that.
My wife has really cool style. I'm crazy about records, so I buy collections all the time, that sort of thing, and I'm crazy about records. So that was our
that's
first
cool.
little gig. Originally, we did plan on doing food at one point in time. We even bought another food truck at one point in time, and on the way back from Temple, Texas, which is where my wife is from Temple, we turned it over, so it was slightly damaged, but we were going to try and make it work.
Was it windy? Just flipped it over?
The sway started happening, and it just. Anyways,
Dude,
it was
my
bad.
God,
it was bad, but it is what it is. It was a funny situation to look back at. It was not funny at the time, but
Well,
Yeah.
at least you can smile about it now.
yeah, thank goodness we're okay.
Yeah,
it was all
yeah.
good.
Some scary shit.
Yeah, but yeah, so we. What was I going to say? I'm so sorry, I lost my train of thought.
You were going to do food at one point.
Yeah, so we were going to do food. We were going to do, like a record vintage coffee thing. And we had we bought the domain. It was called Coffee Heads with a Z.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like a Talking Heads thing. I can't remember what we were thinking when we were making it. But that was kind of one of the things that we came up with way back when. And then it stayed what it was. It was a little lobby shop. It was really, really cool. We never went the coffee angle. And then I guess it's just happened lately, because this business is only 10 months old, something like that.
That's cool.
Less than a year. So that happened. Because honestly, so we already had a food truck out there, Chef Caleb Hill.
Yeah, I remember
Are you
that.
familiar with
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
So Rogue Walk, fantastic,
Walk.
great
I know.
dumplings. My son loves those dumplings, those noodle bowls, all that stuff was so good.
Yeah.
And it was wildly popular. Chef Caleb took a position outside of town, so he was getting rid of his truck, yada yada yada. And we had originally planned on making a coffee counter in the front of the Frederick Motel when we renovated that space and everything. But it just got really complicated. City ordinance.
Yeah.
290 is a highway. There's all kinds of weird stuff that gets involved when you're trying to create stuff, and it's not exactly just go for it, So,
No.
So whenever he took that position, we decided to go online, and I found a concessions trailer, and I outfitted it with what I needed, and I made it happen in less than a month.
Oh, dude.
It just it all fell into place. We had ideas, we knew, we had recipes, we had all kinds of stuff that we wanted to do, so we were excited and we were motivated, so we just made it happen.
Oh, that's rad.
And really, we did it because, obviously the eclipse was meant to be this massive thing.
Right. What a letdown.
And Chef Caleb took a position and he left, and I was like, man, I got this open space. I got to do something with this space. I got to, so I don't know, motivation. We were like, get it, let's go, So
man.
we did. And it was a letdown. You're right. It is what it is. Yeah, it was a total letdown.
It was crazy because, I mean, you would think everyone's going to come to town, everything's going to be sold out.
Yeah, dude.
And then nobody was here until it hit that time.
Yeah.
And then the traffic was like crazy because there were just the people that were driving by and that stopped.
Yeah.
Dude, and it was weird because it was like they kept saying, well, the weather might not be good. You know what I mean? And
it wasn't great. But it peaked when we saw it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was perfect.
It was really
happened.
cool.
It was crazy, but a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But I remember...
Cold and shit. It was like...
Yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah, we watched it from our place out there, and you just heard... It was the most surreal thing because, like, birds, all the animals, like...
Quiet.
Dude, it was like night, and it was like...
It was roosting, man.
Yeah, dude, it was so crazy. And then as soon as it came back, all the animals, you started hearing all them. It was a wild experience for sure.
El Diablo.
But I remember being at work the weekend before, at a restaurant here in town, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, get ready," and like we were all twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah.
HEB, all these meetings and shit. That we did.
It was like
brought in extra cooling
happened?
And everything.
Dude, I almost built like 10 B&Bs, man.
Yeah.
Thank God I did it.
Yeah, people were renting
Everybody
out
was
their land and
thinking
everything.
about
Yeah. One of the things they were saying is it was going to be just lock, right?
Yeah,
like everyone
gridlock.
wasn't going to be able to get out of town.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's perfect. I've got a food truck. I'll be right there when people are leaving. They're all going to be getting out of their car and coming to me, and I'm like, nothing, man. Nothing.
It was so surreal.
It was so sad. Yeah.
Surreal and sad for sure.
So whenever that happened, it was kind of a bummer. It was a letdown, whatever. It was fun though. We got it all up. Like we kind of got even more motivated because we made so much happen so quickly.
Yeah.
And then we took a couple weeks off, and then we came back, and it was just, off to the races, man. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to knock everyone out with everything that we do,
man, for sure.
And I don't know, rants and raves. We talked about that for a second earlier as well. That's helpful in a small town, Like, I don't know why, but people
Everybody
kept
has an opinion.
well, people kept mentioning me though. Like it's very rare that you see people get mentioned more than once, and for some reason, I don't know. They like my smile, so they kept coming back.
It's a beard, man.
Yeah, I know. It has strength in there.
So you have to be.
Who knows what time it is?
Oh yeah, keep that. So you have to be coffee centric to open a coffee food truck.
Yeah. So my wife and I, we love traveling. We're crazy about going. We get wanderlust a lot, and we love going out. We love going places, Pacific Northwest, etc. Like we always go places, and everywhere we go, we're always looking for a place that has a really cool vintage thread area, and then they always have record stores in between each one. And then on top of that, there's a badass coffee shop right there on the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
And it's something that was always fueling us. It was something, literally, right? But it's something that we're very passionate about. We love going and trying new places. We love going and enjoying new spaces. And I don't know. I mean, when we were talking about doing it, there were not very many coffee shops here in Fredericksburg when we originally started. So I wish we would have way back then, but we didn't. But
somehow you get talked out of it because it's like that.
Well, you get busy. I've had 2 children since then. So I mean,
life happens, man.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is.
Something that slows you down, but when you finally get a little bit of free time, it's like, okay, what do I do next? What do I do next? And that's
you keep going, man. You get passionate about things, and you move forward.
So
that's what I do.
So do you have ADHD?
Yes, I'm sure I do. Self-diagnosed. I have no idea. As I'm sitting here twiddling, whatever.
I asked our last guest that, and he was like, I don't know. I just think a lot. It's like, well,
that's probably what it is, right?
Yeah.
I'm also like hyper focused on stuff. Like if I think about something, I've got to figure it out.
Right.
Otherwise, I can't stop thinking about it. Maybe that's what it is.
No.
Maybe that's the opposite.
No. I mean,
I don't know.
No.
Again, self-diagnosed. I have no idea.
Like I have it, and instead of a pop a pill, to try to help me focus, I focus. And that's it. So
I'm self-medicated with caffeine.
Copious amounts.
I do have a problem with caffeine.
Which I think that's badass. Though. I mean, I need to try it. So what makes your place, besides that it's, your design, your marketing, is there something special about your coffee that you say, it's different, it sets you apart from everyone else? What is it? Why would people want to go and have your coffee?
Aside from this glorious beer?
Of course.
No, it's we're family owned and operated. Obviously, 90% of the time that you go, it's me there.
Right.
So you get to meet the person that's actually doing it, which is kind of a plus. We make all of our syrups in house, so everything is made from scratch.
Nice.
We use real sugar. There's not a lot of sugar-free options. I apologize. I know that you said that you're sugar-free, but we don't have any mystery ingredients. No question marks. No high fructose. None of that stuff. It's all real. Yeah. Which is kind of, to us, like when we started having children, that kind of stuff was important. We went organic. We were trying to watch everything that we're eating. All that stuff, and it was a no-brainer. If we're going to move forward with making something, it's got to be to our standard, I guess.
Sure.
So that's something big that we do, right? We make everything. Not everyone does that in coffee shops. I mean, no one does.
Are you roasting, or are you?
My brother-in-law is a roaster in San Antonio, so our beans are locally sourced. They're all single origin. No blends. Usually medium, roast-ish.
Yeah, I hate when people say it's dark, bold. Like, no,
it's not.
You fucking burnt them.
Yeah, it's not.
There's no such thing as...
Right now I'm using a Chiapas, which is, it's,
nice.
dark chocolate.
Yeah.
But naturally, right? Yeah. It's good. It's good. I sell his bean as well by the pound.
Oh, nice.
But, Shotgun House is him. He's in San Antonio.
Nice.
It's the market, El Mercado, across the bridge, Buena Vista. There's a really cool building called Warehouse 5.
Yep.
He's in there. They're really cool.
Is that close to the market where you go buy produce and stuff?
Everything.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I love
the
place.
market.
Have you been?
No, dude. I need to
go.
We need to do like a field trip and like ask all our friends that have been on the podcast to go to the market and just like go and
check it out.
Go and buy shit and bring it back over here and create.
That'd be cool.
That'd
be cool.
Get some chanclas. You get everything, man.
Dude,
you get everything there.
Poncho, chanclas, what do you want to call them?
Some botas.
Botas, the pointy ones.
With the snake on top.
The ones that you hold and you can dance around.
I know. You sent me some earlier that were Jordan themed.
Jordan boots, bro. Can you imagine? Run faster, jump higher, dance better. All of it, dude.
I remember because I had some of your espresso. That's how I always just go for a triple espresso, which actually isn't. It should be a quad because you can't really pull. But anyways, my own silly way of thinking. I guess 3 for me isn't as bad as 4.
I think you still get 4.
Yeah,
you might as well go. Yeah, you got to go for it.
Go 4, but
so there's something on our menu called a tough guy. It's a quad shot. It's a quad shot Americano with no room.
Okay, I'm going with that next time.
Yeah, that's the tough guy.
Real man,
Give me the tough guy. What's that?
Give me the tough guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to say it with grit. Yeah.
You sound like fucking Sling Blade.
So SureShot is a Beastie Boys reference. Are you guys Beastie Boys fans?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So my son is obsessed with the Beastie Boys because I'm obsessed with the Beastie Boys.
How old is he?
Dude.
Yeah, no, he's 4. Yeah, and my daughter is almost 2. Yeah, so we stay pretty busy. But yeah, so he loves dancing around. SureShot, Intergalactic. There's the Intergalactic Kitty Brew on the menu.
Oh wow!
There's something called The Mix Up. That's a fantastic album by the Beastie Boys. Very underrated.
Dude, the HBO doc on them was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it's on Apple. Yeah.
Oh, it's on Apple.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm gonna have to watch that tonight. I haven't
It's
seen
legit,
it.
dude.
I love
It's
them.
so good. Yeah, it's really good.
They got kind of screwed in the beginning, and it kind of reinvented them.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. Their story.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that like
They had a whole shtick.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, all of the original songs that they were known for in the beginning.
Yeah.
They lost all the rights to that essentially.
Yeah.
And
Def
then
Jam.
And to Def Jam.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin, and then they had to kind of reinvent themselves with Paul Revere.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Paul Revere was part of the first, but yeah. The second album was not
Received well.
Not at all, and it's fantastic. Paul's Boutique.
Yeah, that's what it was. Paul's Boutique.
Paul's Boutique.
Because
Shout out.
It was so kind of far. It's weird that album holds up now.
Yeah.
But in the '90s, people were like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was too deep.
Well, they wanted more of the party rap rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they kind of broke away from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, so all of our branding, everything, we use Beastie Boys pop art. So like all of that cool fonts, all that, it's like Easter egg central,
Yes,
right?
I've seen
It's
it.
all
I was trying to
Beastie
picture-
Boys
I was
stuff.
trying to figure out where you got that from.
Yeah. Well, my wife is really cool. She's in charge of all that stuff. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's a lot cooler. And I'm so sorry. I went to trade days and I dropped everything out there. And I meant to bring you guys some hats
Damn it.
whenever
Oh,
you
yeah,
come
dude.
by. If you
Yeah,
come by
yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah. Cool.
I'll make sure
I
and get
love
you guys
hats,
some
I love
tops.
hats. I will wear it all the time,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Crop top? Show my lonka?
Yeah, and you were doing a cool pop up a couple weekends ago at the new Felt. How'd that go?
Yeah, that
seemed
went
pretty
well.
good.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. Shout out to those guys out there for
they're
sure.
badass. I like
They're awesome. They in the very beginning when we first started, there's a couple of the ladies that work there that really, really enjoyed what we do, and they were posting about us.
Nice.
And that spreads, man. It's social media is
Dude,
such a huge
word
part.
of mouth. Word of mouth. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I learned that right off the bat.
Yeah.
If you do something good or really great, if somebody loves it, they're gonna tell their friends. They're gonna tell their friends.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell them. You know, it's like
Yeah.
this trickles down.
Yeah, honestly, whenever we first started, though, it was like tragic. We just put a sign outside. We had no idea what we were doing. We just put a sign out there, and like no one was showing up. And I'm just like trying my best to get my friends to come and see me and say hi.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, dude,
it was
I'm bored.
sad,
Yeah.
but it's all good. We did a promoted post, and that helped because a lot of the people that came and saw it, they were the people that really enjoy that sort of thing, and they post about it. So
Yeah, Sarah
it's
or-
just organically grown.
Sarah Dijon, I met her when she was working at
Sarah's
Java-
sweet, yeah.
at Java, and then she came and worked for the bar. And it's like she's super sweet. When I see, and she was telling me, "Yeah, I work over there too sometimes." And it's like, God, I gotta go try it out. And to this date, I still haven't. So
Yeah.
it's like, dude,
Yeah, so I have a very small staff, but everyone that works for me, they're really sweet. Yeah, and they're really cool. And again, another thing that's kind of different about what we do is we don't have automated machines. I weigh everything, so it's like it's consistent every single time.
It's
Right?
not like Carlos over here. Carlos does everything's precise measurement.
That's what it's all
like,
about.
yeah,
That
you have
consistency.
to,
That's
yeah,
what.
you
That's
have
why
to
people
be.
keep coming back. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, with all the flavors, with making everything.
You don't
and
have a button. You go.
no, no.
Like everybody else.
no.
Dude, his setup that he had at Felt, I was just like oohing and ahhing over it. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
that is a beautiful. It's a little Larmacosa.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce that?
La Marzocco.
La
Yeah.
Marzocco,
And it's a
yeah.
Linnea. Yeah, so we have a smaller setup as
Yeah.
well that fits indoors. So,
That's
for
cool.
example, if they want to be in a corner right here, the
Yeah.
size of this piano, that space
dude.
right there, I could be right there. I just need 2 different plugs,
Yeah.
It's an
and I'm
idea.
good. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah, I do
Yeah.
events. That's another thing that's
Yeah,
obviously
dude.
very
Yeah.
different about
Yeah.
what I am compared to, I'm mobile, right? So I move. So I also do special events. I do festivals. I've got, all kinds of stuff coming up on the calendar. I'm pretty excited.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, do you have any, dreams of just doing some brick and mortar, like anytime soon, or you want to just keep going that way you're going? Because
The grind is not where it's at for me because I already got a grind. I've got
Yeah.
2 full-time jobs already,
Yeah.
and I have a family.
Yeah.
This weekend thing is the only time that I really have to do it, and I'm doing my best to just pedal to the metal anytime I can do
You're
it.
only weekends.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday only right now.
Damn.
I tried Wednesday, Thursday because, rants and raves, right? They're all
Yeah.
asking for
Yeah.
more. And I tried my best. I gave it a really good, solid push, and it was never really panning out. So, whenever it got cold, it got a lot
wanna come
slower, and I was just like, you know what? Let's settle down. Let's go back to
Yeah.
weekends,
Yeah, yeah.
refocus.
Cool. Yeah.
And that's where we're at right now.
It's almost like boutique.
Yeah.
Like
It is.
boutique coffee, man. I mean, you want
It
the
is.
best of the best, and you want to have something specialized, and this is where you go.
Yeah.
It's not just for the mass.
I have a lot of regulars that come and visit me on Friday specifically, and they come because they don't want to park down here.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a sneaky route to get around town, and then they end up over at the Frederick Motel. They park there. They come say hi. They get their caffeine and their therapy from me. They sit there and they chat, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
They're not bugged by anybody. They kind of hang out,
Yep.
and they get their cafecito. They get whatever they want.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's something that we have. It's called a Young Love as well. So again, all of our stuff is house made, right? So it's my horchata. So it's That's a horchata with a double shot of espresso on top.
Maybe I want to try that next
It's
time.
so
I'm
good.
coming tomorrow for that.
That's
Tomorrow-
magic.
What's today? Thursday?
Yeah,
Tomorrow's
but
Friday.
tomorrow I'm at Trade Days.
Chingada, brother. Oh, we'll go to trade days.
Man,
Come.
fuck it. Let's go.
Please. I would love to have you
We'll
guys.
go to trade
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I got nothing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking. I had a call earlier. He goes, hey, can you prepare a breakfast menu for 6 p.m. for a private jet? And I'm like, sure. And then yeah, he's got a text a while ago. Oh, we're moving it to Saturday, 6 a.m. I was like, fuck, all right. So yeah, I'm good Friday. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Friday morning. Are you
Private jet.
What time do they open?
Who?
Trade days?
Trade Days? Yeah, I'll be out there by 8. I don't think it opens till 9.
But can you get in there at 8?
Probably, yeah. You probably don't have to pay that early.
Oh fuck! You drive from my house.
You know
and then
what?
we go from my house.
Actually, yes.
Well, you're coming at some point, right?
I'm coming on
You're coming-
Saturday.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Is it
I think
Saturday or is it tomorrow?
Friday.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Well, then I'm going anyway.
I think it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
okay.
are you, oh, you're going at 1?
Yeah, I'm going at 1.
All right. Well, maybe
Yeah.
I'll go at 1. It's whatever.
Maybe I'll go back and forth.
Let's
Whatever,
do
dude.
it.
I mean, if you come to town in the morning, man, we just jump in my vehicle and we'll go. That way you don't have to drive all the way out
Yeah,
there.
that's cool. Yeah,
if
let's
you
do
want
that.
to. Si no quieres, come caca. If you don't come caca. Maybe don't. Maybe I'll just go myself. I'll say fuck you and I'll go by myself.
Yeah,
But
you're funny. You remind me of all those kids I grew up with in my neighborhood.
for peer pressuring you. But if you don't come, you're not cool, man. You're not cool if you don't come. So, oh man, our camera boy's going. Later, my brother.
See ya.
This dude
buddy.
rocks.
Yeah, he's cool.
I'm awesome.
All right, brother.
See you, buddy.
Thanks for
Nice
hanging
to
out
meet
with us. All right, that
Cool.
was. I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
Preston Turner.
Dude, yeah, sorry, Preston. Right?
He's our intern.
Yeah. This is like his third, fourth gig with us
Yeah.
here. He's doing good.
Yeah, man.
So we said
Yeah.
Preston. We were just talking about you a little bit. But hey, Preston.
Preston Turner, signing off.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That was legit.
Nice, Preston.
Yeah,
he's
he
done
was
a lot
he
of
was a great
foundation.
welcome committee when I got here. He
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, hey." Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
know. He probably went to
He's
the whole
really cool.
spiel. Did he go
Yeah,
through the
he
whole
did.
spiel?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
absolutely. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
good, man. Yeah, he's just
training him well.
You know, it's funny. I just met this kid. He was running like at the theater company, kind of like this impromptu podcast where he would interview people from the shows at the theater company. And
That's
I was like,
awesome.
This kid is doing that.
He's
you
into
know?
it.
And him and I had just been talking about having somebody kind of like an intern like a week prior, and I was like, "There's a fit right there."
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's working
anyways,
out.
Yeah.
Dude, well, this is awesome. So what's next then? You're going to keep doing the weekend gig, Weekend Warrior, Badass Coffee.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know, because you're managing the other places that, you know, maybe you don't know about it. You know, it's not funny, but it's like, I've seen like these little RV things going out towards, I guess, Enchanted Rock or Little City. Right around there.
Yeah.
Where people can go stay, like these B&Bs, kind of like 50s theme.
Oh yes, I know. Are you talking about Big Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think of that when I think of what you have, but that same time era.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, so it's
kind of the motor
both
lodge.
of them are motor courts built in the 1930s, which was very popular back then. You park right out front of your room. Yeah.
I used to stay in some of those when we'd go visit family in Corpus or something like that. There was a lot of them. My dad would rent those because, I mean, I think they were like back in the day, like $30 a night.
Oh, yeah,
or
cheap.
something like that.
Still to this day, we're very, compared to the vast majority of the lodgings here, we're definitely one of the most economic options in
Yeah,
town.
but to stay with the theme and stuff, I mean, that's pretty freaking cool, man.
Yeah, and with the Frederick Motel, we completely renovated that one as well. The rooms are smaller there, and it's just one single clean room.
So let's touch base on this. You know about the property across the street from y'all that got sold.
Yes.
You know, and they're going to develop all of that. They're gonna close
that's
that.
exciting.
Dude, it's crazy. So
Wait,
they're
I don't know
clo-
about this.
So
Are you
they're-
talking about, which one are you talking about? Because there's two of them.
the deluxe? Is it the deluxe?
Yeah, deluxe.
Yeah.
Used to be the deluxe. It's
Yeah.
like Azure.
Yeah. And that's right next to where Navajo was.
Yeah, and they bought Navajo as well.
They bought Navajo, so the plan is to close down Mesquite Street.
I'm the only one that uses that street because I turn around there
me
all
too.
the time.
I mean, me too, because I live there. I pull out there.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's going to kind of suck. But at the same time, I love the businesses coming in
Yeah.
because it drives more people to town.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, there's people like, don't you hate that there's more private chefs or there's people doing what you do? It's like, no, everybody does their thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has their niche. You know, it's like every chef has their personality, so you know they get booked, and not only that, we get slammed. So it's like we hand it off to the next person.
Sure.
You know, so it's the same thing, man. I've never complained about competitors. I'm doing all that quotation marks because I don't feel like they're friends, and we do whatever we can to help.
Right. And then as far as hotels go, the more rooms that are available, the larger the parties that can come here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it doesn't hurt the fact that there's 100 rooms that are going to be installed, down the street from us. That doesn't hurt as well.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
It adds to the group index that's available in Fredericksburg, and it brings these huge clients, which is really good.
We've been talking about coffee. We're all about food and stuff. But let me touch base just a little bit on the hospitality from the staying. Like, so when I travel, and I love, and I'm going to build me, some B&Bs here in the next few years.
Oh, excellent.
But I think, when I travel, and I used to travel a lot prior to doing what I'm doing now, I never wanted to stay at a B&B because I wanted to be like weighted, like hand and foot. I wanted my beds to be made. I wanted my stuff. How does that work there? I mean, in your place, you have like a crew that come in and they make, the beds when they leave.
Yeah.
It's not like a B&B where it's like, okay, you're here and everything's going to stay the way it is until,
No,
you're out.
yeah, no. I mean, it's not like the Albert Hotel, right? It's not a full service, but we do give service, daily service, etc. The majority of what we have here in Fredericksburg, it's one night stays.
Yeah.
They're not looking to stay for an entire weekend. At least, we don't enforce 2-night minimums. Is another reason why a lot of people stay with us.
That's great.
We're pet friendly. That's another reason why people stay with us. So I mean, there's a lot of things like that don't always allow people to receive daily service, but we do offer that for sure. We're not doing turn downs. We're not doing that kind of stuff, but and we also technically do not have a restaurant on site, right? So we have a coffee shop.
Yeah.
On the weekends,
and there's cute
at the Frederick Motel.
I love it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's a very pleasant surprise for a lot of people. We do have it in our listings because all the rooms over at the Frederick Motel are on Airbnb, right? So it's on the listings. The fact that there's a coffee shop on site, et cetera, premium coffee, yada yada yada. But
that's cool.
It's cool.
Dude.
Yeah, and then the fact that there's like a little lobby shop at Hotel Kitzmiller, it's just fun things, It's
I need to go over there and check those just the vinyl.
Anytime. Yeah, there's roughly like 1,000 records in there to pick through, and there's
Dude, well, my father-in-law has.
Are you crazy about records?
Dude,
yeah.
You a record guy?
Yeah.
I don't have mine. I don't have it. Yeah, I have a shitload, and I have a lot of them. And my father-in-law has like storage rooms full of records. And I can't have them. I used to have them in my studio across the street here when I had my studio here on Main Street, but they took up the entire wall. So it's like I can't have them in my studio because
there's not enough room.
There's not enough room.
Yeah.
But I love the sound, man, of that needle hitting that,
phenomenal.
And vinyl and
nothing like it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So as soon as I get done with everything, it's kind of all coming back, and I'm gonna be, going over there and geeking out on it.
I'm pretty passionate about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I do have that wall of records.
Yeah.
Like I have to.
Yeah.
So is that
Thank
something
God
you
that my
kinda,
wife, it's a shared passion.
Yeah,
do you
that's
curate that? I mean, do you just go out and you just find stuff?
Yeah,
Or like,
I'm
what's
crazy
the process
about
behind
it.
that?
I'm crazy about it, man. I've got a Google listing. A lot of people come, and I do have to let them know, like, obviously I'm buying stuff in order to resell it. So, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm going to give you a fair price for what you have, and then obviously it's a business.
My father-in-law, man, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, oh shit, I'll buy the whole storage. It's crazy.
It's very limited. My space is very small, so
the first thing I went and grabbed were his Beatles stuff, just because they shouldn't be in storage; they should be out.
And it's probably all original pressing and stuff like that.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
It's all probably extremely rare at this point.
It's not the Walmart shit that you go and buy. It's like this is legit sweet stuff.
Yeah, records are definitely back. They've been back for several years, but
dude, I can see Fredericksburg having a nice size big record shop.
Yeah,
I don't know, like
dude, records and coffee.
Yeah, there is
a brick and mortar, man.
There's a dig out in Llano that you guys should check out. It's called Rats. Records and Things Strange. Yeah, that place is cool.
I've never been.
It's crazy.
Everybody tells me about it because if you love records, people talk about it.
Hi. I love that we're in the front door and we can just wave to everyone in the window.
Do you know these people?
I don't.
Maybe Matt does. I don't know.
No, I definitely don't. That was a cute baby, though.
Yeah, it was a cute baby. Oh, dude.
Well, there you go, man. I think coffee and records. See, that'd be freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff, like in Nashville. I saw this one guy named Sean Brock. He's a chef, and he recently opened kind of like a speakeasy. It almost kind of reminds me of the 78624, but all they do is play vinyl.
That's cool.
And he just has a wall of vinyl, and you go in, you drink a cocktail, you choose something, you know, off the record wall.
Yeah.
And it's called like High Fidelity, I think is what he called that little bar or something.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
We have talked about doing something like that. We have a record player in the lobby, and, you know, if I'm in there, I usually have a record playing. We also, so I used to play records. I'm not a DJ by any means. I'm not like wicked, you know, I'm not that guy at all. But I can put together a playlist, and my buddy Chuck and I,
I love Chuck.
Yeah, we play we used to. I don't anymore.
We're talking about local Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck. Yeah. Chuck's a good dude, man.
Yeah,
Chuck's
dude,
a great guy.
Yeah.
Solid individual. I like him.
Yeah.
So Scott used to have us over at Elk Store, Scott and Todd.
Yeah.
And we were Vinyl-y Friday.
Yeah.
That was our thing.
Yeah.
And they still do that.
Yeah.
They still do that. So Chuck is usually the guy moving in stereo that does that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Chuck's a great guy.
He's a good dude. He's a solid friend. Yeah, so I haven't done that in a very, very long time. It's hard, man. I started having children, like I said.
You know what?
My son's 4.
My gears are just turning, man. I'm thinking, hey, right here, you know?
Yeah, dude.
I think it would be cool, too, if you can give some access with certain, you know, vinyl to just customers. Can you imagine? Somebody wants to listen to music and just come up, go through them. It's like, let's listen to this.
Yeah,
you know, let the whole room play.
That was actually a giant pet peeve. Whenever we were there, people would just start flipping through stuff, and I'm like, man.
But if you could, I mean, because everybody wants to do that. You see that, it's like, dude, I just want to hear this song.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You know, what if?
Yeah.
What if?
Right.
You know, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, I wonder if you can work around the whole BMI shit.
Yeah.
And not have to pay BMI if you're playing, you know, technically records.
Because it's physical media. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that might be cool. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to explore that. Call a buddy tonight.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah.
So coffee, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude.
Tomorrow
I mean,
or the next-
anytime.
We can. Yeah, dude. I mean, I have to be in town like twice tomorrow. So.
Okay, well, you call me in the morning. I'm heading to town. All right, I'll wait for you. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's run out there to the trade days. Dude, it's funny. I've been out there one time since I've lived here. It was a great experience. I remember it was in the middle of the summer, so it was extremely hot.
Very hot.
Dude. So it's a quick story, man. So growing up here, you know, and every weekend, either after church or even on Saturdays, I would go spend the night with my, you know, cousin, Billy Perez. His dad ran Turkey Farm. Which is there at where the trade days are.
Yeah.
My grandfather's homestead was right across the street there. That rock house, right when you pull into trade days, right on the other side. And he actually passed away there, feeding the hogs. But so I have tons of memories, you know, every time, you know, going to my grandfather's or returning and just spending the night there. And we used to go down and, you know, he lived at the end of where all those buildings were, at the end of the street there at the turkey, at the, what do you call it? There used to be the turkey farm where trade days is.
Is that why there's
all those buildings are turkey buildings.
Okay, even the sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was owned by Sunday House Farms.
Yeah.
And so we would go, and I would spend the night there, and we'd go hunting at night. Ride our
cool.
bikes,
Yeah.
And we even saw the chusa there before, man. No chupacabras, but the chusa. I said that's
Chupacabra.
But that's where I smoked my first great bite joint, you know. And that's where, you know, we would go hunting, and my uncle's like, whatever you kill, you have to eat. So, you know, we'd be really, you know
careful.
Careful. We'd shoot little birds and shit, throw them on the fire, and you know. But I mean, my memories are there. So every time I walk there, it's like, dude, some of my best memories are in that location, but some of my worst ones were too, man. So it's like
It's surreal seeing what it is now, I'm sure.
yeah,
I
for
bet.
sure, man. It's just changed. It's like it seems like it's been there forever, but you know, it hasn't. You know?
I mean, the amount of change that I've seen here in the 9 years I've been here is insane. It's just
Dude.
bonkers. I can only imagine growing up here what it would be like, you know?
dude, it was-
back when it was just peaches and
It was
pecans.
It was actually fun. It
Yeah,
was a
I
lot
bet,
of fun,
I
you
bet.
know? I mean, we still do some of the stuff we used to go. We used to go noodling. You know, we used to go, you know, just hunting. You know, just get in trouble. I think I got in trouble one time for shooting something somewhere where I wasn't supposed to. But it's like, I denied it. So even though
as one
Even
does.
today.
yeah.
I didn't shoot that.
That wasn't me. I'm just holding it.
Yeah, but
I was driving.
the one time I went out there, I mean, I was like, dude, this place is like sick, you know, like there's so much going on here. I mean, you could literally lose yourself there for a whole day.
It's a picker's paradise.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff there. You know, and then like you keep walking, and then you're like, oh, this is like something I've never seen before. You know, and it definitely is an attraction.
It is. It is. You know? It's a big deal. It's the third weekend of every month here in Fredericksburg.
Did they skip any months?
No. It's every month. There's 2. What is Christmas? I think there's 2, and I think there's also 2 in
November.
No, March. I can't remember.
Might be for spring break.
No, it's not. It's not. We're in March. I'm an idiot. No, it's. I think maybe it's November and December.
Yeah.
I don't know, the big shopping weeks. That's what it is. Yeah, it's Black Friday or whatever.
Is there any record stuff going on there?
I used to be out there.
Okay, because the one time I went,
Pearl Snap was out there.
Okay.
Did you buy a record from me?
I might have, dude.
What'd you get?
This was like 2.5 years ago in the summer. And I can't even remember. It was something my wife picked out.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But we were just perusing around. I was like, oh, dude, this is sick. I did not expect to see this here.
That's so funny. It's a small world.
Yeah, dude.
That could have been me.
Probably was.
It probably was. I was inside a barn. But yeah, it gets heavy moving stuff out there. So we decided to build out the lobby back then.
Nice.
My wife and I, we resided at the hotel. Like we built out a little apartment in there.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I moved like some of the reason why we got into selling records is because I had duplicates of stuff. I was starting to inherit stuff from friends and family, right?
So
my friend's mom would be like, Matt collects records. Why? I don't want here, give him these, you know? And so I'd end up with like 6 copies of Rumors.
I know.
And that's like solid gold for kids right now, man. That's like their classic rock is the Cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had tons of stuff. But also me personally, I was crazy about it. So every time I would go buy records, if I find another copy of, The Other Side of Abbey Road by George Benson, man, that's solid. I'm going to give that to you for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to find it, and then I'm going to...
going to find it.
But anyways, so we would, moving stuff around, my wife is just like looking through records. She's like, why do you have so many copies of... It's just like, you should put it up for sale, see what it's like, because this Discogs website came out, and it was like, you can catalog your music, you can sell your music, yada, yada, yada. And I was really surprised what people are asking for some of these records. And sure enough, man, I was putting them up, and within 24 hours, they were selling online. So I was selling them online, and then I put a little thing out, in our lobby, and people would come through there because, again, like-minded individuals, man. Hotel Kitzmiller, it's that little tiny motor court, so I've got people staying from Austin. There's a lot of Austin in our blood because my wife and I met there, right? So I spent a lot of time there. I moved there in 2001 originally, and I went back and forth between Dallas and Austin. And it was just, that was a lot of what we did. And, everything that we did kind of was a reflection of us because we had a lot of creative control.
That's cool,
being a family-owned and operated business, they were just like, go for it, within reason. Don't go crazy, but,
So you were in the hotel industry before.
Yeah. So one of my very first jobs ever, I was the cart boy. I was called lobby host, right? But I was a cart boy that drove the motorized cart between the East and the West Tower.
Oh, wow.
At the DFW airport, the Hyatt. Because that's where my parents both worked there for 30 plus years. My dad was the chef.
So it's in your blood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hospitality is something that
Well, you grew up watching it.
Yeah, all of it, all the time.
Dude, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You know, so it was just kind of a natural progression for you to kind of go that route. Yeah. Essentially.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's all I know how to do. I try going to school. I am not a student. Like, I can't.
For me too, yeah.
I just got to grind it out. This is what I do, I figure out what I'm going to do, and I do it, Just like my dad. I mean, my dad, self-made man, came here when he was 14, 15 from Mexico.
They went to Brooks, like they're holding their little
yeah, they are. But he was he's a chef, and he cooked for all kinds of crazy people. He cooked for presidents, he cooked for Elvis, he cooked for he tells a lot lot of stories.
Yeah,
we're really lucky to still have my dad in my life, so we're really thankful he's still here. But he always tells his story about this giant spread that he made for Cher.
Oh God!
It was a big deal. It was a real big deal to have her at the hotel, and she was performing in Dallas, and it was like a huge deal. And they made this giant ice carving for her.
Oh my God.
And they had all this stuff. And he said they were all standing there waiting for her to show up. She finally shows up. She's dressed in this beautiful dress.
Of course.
She comes down, she grabs one strawberry and leaves.
You need to keep that figure.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Dude, she
right.
looks great even now.
Yeah, oh
You see
yeah,
her,
for
it's
sure.
like,
Yeah.
She looks
Yeah,
like
I
she's in
saw
her
her.
40s.
The SNL 50, she was
Yes,
there.
I saw
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I mean, I wasn't there,
Yeah.
but
Right, yeah.
I was there
I saw
mentally.
it. Yeah. My spirit.
Yeah.
El espíritu.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
great, dude. Dude, well, I'm glad you came over, man.
Thanks,
I think
man.
This is great. I wish, well, of course, most of our guests are locals, but when we do have locals, I want our local people here to really listen and get to know people that,
Yes.
because we do have a lot of transplants, but we also have a lot of older locals that have been here for a very long time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even my generation that's been here for a long time. So meeting someone like you and supporting someone like you locally instead of, running over to Starbucks. I mean, granted, we do have people working at Starbucks and they need you.
No, I'll take spillover from Starbucks all day long. They're
but-
wrapped all the time. I don't care, man.
so
Come
it's-
by.
yeah,
Come
but
by.
it's like-
I'll make you an orange mocha frappa, whatever. No, I'm kidding. I'll make you something that you're going to like a lot more than Starbucks, that's for sure.
But it's like, I think it's cool, being able to finally meet you and
Thank you.
And be able to support
Likewise.
a business like yours because that's what makes Fredericksburg so unique. Yeah, places people are gonna keep on coming. We have people across the street here that are coming. And certain things make them unique. But it's just us, the
Yeah.
small clique. The people that we love what we do. We do it because we love what we do. We don't have to be doing this. And you don't have to be doing this on the weekend, bro.
No.
You could be enjoying
Yeah.
yourself doing something else and relaxing.
You have a full-time job.
and
Yeah.
in your willing
Two full-time
room,
jobs.
Yeah.
putting on cable or something. But it's like
We take off time every once in a while, but yeah,
But yeah.
that's one of the perks of also for working for yourself and working for the family.
Yeah.
You got to take your own time, and that's the hardest thing is to
make time. Make time. I get it.
work-life balance.
Yeah.
But you also got to hustle. If you want to make something happen, you got to do it.
And especially
no one's
when
going to
you
do it
can.
for you.
Especially when you can. because there's no-
1,000%.
Yeah,
I'm
because-
capable right now.
Yeah, I was feeling a little under the weather the past few days, and it's like, dude, I feel useless and worthless, not being able to just go outside and spend like a full half a day. And I'm like, shit, dude, I can't imagine, not being able to work an entire day.
Yeah.
Staying busy. I'll be miserable.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, I
like-
did. I snooped a little bit. I listened to a podcast, and I found out that you like to road bike.
I haven't ridden a bike.
I haven't ridden a bike in over a year.
No, I haven't
Let's
ridden-
do it.
Dude, let's do it.
Let's go.
I haven't ridden in 2 months because I've been so busy. Well, the holidays kind of fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I started
As they do.
I started
I mean-
building my Carlos's bachelor pad.
Oh, sweet.
And so I have a studio in my house, and now I have this 2-story 600 square foot
Hell yeah.
building that I'm doing.
That's awesome.
And so when I'm not sleeping, I'm building that or
Yeah.
working or prepping.
Cooking, yeah.
Or I'm doing this or
Yeah.
but. It's those are still things that I love to do, but I do want to ride. Maybe I'll ride over to whichever place that
Anytime.
you're at, and then we'll just take
Yeah.
off.
Show up in your stretchy pants.
Heck yeah,
Nacho
dude.
Libre
I
style.
almost came like that, bro. I actually changed position. I better change. I put on like.
get the-
no, fuck that. I don't get that. Carlos would wear that, dude. I did order
The fingerless
Yeah, I ordered this riding outfit.
Yeah.
And they sent me like the entire fucking outfit. I just wanted the shirt. Because it was this Quetzalcoatl, my tattoo, the serpent, the flying serpent.
Yeah.
And he had it right, on his shirt. So it's like, dude, I'm gonna order that, but it came with the padded, the stretchy pants that we were talking about, Nacho.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it comes with like the whole thing. It looks like a freaking banana hammock. You know what I mean?
Very
And it's
nice.
like very nice. How much? And so I said, no, I'm just gonna shove that way in the back of the closet.
Yeah.
Because,
Zero judgment, man. If you want to wear your stretchy pants and you want to come by SureShot,
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do
come
that
on by.
shit. I'm
Wear your
just gonna-
slingshots to your SureShot.
Yeah, dude. People are gonna be riding. I'm gonna look at those trucks with those balls hanging out in the middle of the back.
my
But it's gonna be a fucking bike.
Truck nuts.
Yes,
Dude,
bike nuts.
I still see those sometimes. I'm like, dude, really? Like,
Yeah,
what is
dude.
that? Like,
They're hanging strong, brother.
the kind of person that just hangs those,
I drive a Dodge, man,
Yeah.
and it's sad to say, but it's mostly Dodges that I see on.
Is it?
I don't know why. The damn ram balls. I don't know, bro. But anyways, I guess moving on, bro. It's great having you on the show.
Yeah, of course, man.
Dude, it's been great to know.
Thank you. I'm not a private chef, so I feel out of my element, but I'm glad to be here.
You're in the industry,
and I
brother.
appreciate you guys talking me up a little bit.
Dude,
Spreading the word. That's pretty cool.
But you're like full. I mean, everything. You're in your hospitality, the rooms, the food.
Yeah.
The everything. I mean,
Yeah,
the coffee.
dude.
I mean,
Yeah, you gotta do
when
what
I
you
heard
gotta
his
do.
story, I was like, dude, this is perfect.
Yeah.
We need to hear his story played out on tape.
Fuck yeah, dude. On tape player, on your Sony cassette player.
Or on Spotify, where you can download our podcast.
That's right. At Confessions of a Private Chef.
Yeah,
Like and follow.
Yeah, like and follow. There you go.
Leave a comment.
So how about you, my brother? How do we get a hold of you, Matt?
At SureShot TX. That's it. Socials. That's where we're at.
Okay, no website.
Yeah, SureShotTX.com.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you got the .com,
Yeah.
and the properties that you manage. If somebody wants to maybe stay and check out the record store, what are we looking at there?
At Pearl Snap Vintage. Let's see here. At Hotel Kitzmiller on Main.
Kids, spell it.
At Kitzmiller, Kitsmiller.
Okay.
Kitzmiller. So it used to be the Miller's Inn.
Yep.
So when they acquired that property, they were like, this is perfect. We'll keep it what it is because it's still family, right? It's the Kitzmiller. So that's on my wife's side of the family, the Kitzmiller. Anyways, yeah. And then the Frederick Motel, thefrederickmotel.com.
Yeah, I remember my dad used to stay there. My dad used to stay there when he come visit my mother when they first met. So
That's cool.
Yeah, it's great. When we took over that one, all new plumbing, all new electric, all new furnishing, everything, man. It's crazy. It's really cool. It's smart. So we run both of them from the one hotel.
Nice.
Right? So smart doors and TVs and all that stuff. So we have the one office where Pearl Snap Vintage and Vinyl is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
At Hotel Kitzmiller.
Nice.
Cool. Anytime.
It's cool. It's funny. When I first started driving by the Kitzmiller Hotel, I would think, oh man, that's a great name for like a high school garage band.
Yeah,
dude.
And even your font has this kind of like retro.
Yeah, it's very Germanic.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like almost like a thrasher.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Wolfenstein or something. Yeah.
If I can get a shirt like that. Dude, you had to get some,
The Wolfenstein. I had that.
I want a blouse like that.
A blouse.
Or a riding shirt.
A cropped.
A cropped out blouse.
Some stretchy
Per
pants.
favor. What do I want?
You need to start riding with a cape on.
Dude.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's como el Chapulín, el Chisperito. Is it Chapulín? I can't remember which one it is.
Get that corn out of my face.
Yeah, get that freaking corn out of my face. Dude. But how about you, brother? How do you get a hold of you?
TheDiningDude.com and The Dining Dude at Instagram.
Cool, dude.
Yeah, man. Pretty simple.
And myself, Chef Leo Aguirre, but it's eatfbgtx.com. Or, like I said, Chef_Leo Aguirre on Instagram. And that is it, I think.
Yeah, man.
Of course, Confessions of a Private Chef. Follow us everywhere. That's .com as well.
78624. This place is awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's not
Great
forget
bar.
them. This is where we're at.
Yeah.
That's the handle.
Beautiful space.
And that's also the .com. Yeah. And then what else? I think we're good.
Yeah.
Make sure leave us a comment, guys. We don't care if it's bad or good. If it's bad, we'd love to.
You welcome rants and raves.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Why not? Fuck it. Why not?
We need to find a way to get on Rants and Raves.
Dude, right? Let's do it live. Let's invite all the ranchers to come.
Oh, you're asking for it.
We'll get one of these big couches and put it in a circle and put a mic in a minute. It's like, okay, cool.
You know what's funny? We need to find like the admin of that page.
Yeah.
What?
We need to find like the admin of that page.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we can. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh, I think I know who it is.
It's funny because people definitely live or die by it here for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll make or break you, for sure.
Hell yeah.
I know. I saw something today of a buddy of mine. They posted something looking for the guy. I called him. He didn't answer my phone, so I'm kind of worried that something might be going on with it. But they were complaining about him taking some money for a job that he didn't show up today, but he didn't even answer my phone. So it's like, who actually posts something on social media when maybe an hour or half a day passes when he didn't show up? And so instead of worrying about a person, they go off.
Blast them on.
I'm like, what the? Dude, come on, guys. Be a little, more kind.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Understanding. Yeah.
Until you know for sure.
Right, yeah.
And even then, why do you have to go online and
Right.
do that? It's like, God damn it.
People are messy, man.
Dude, I have deals like that.
Right.
It is like,
Yeah.
damn.
They
That's harsh.
ride or die by it.
Yeah, dude. So be a little bit nicer out there. And if you're not going to be nice, just, tell us who you are,
Right.
so we know, to stay away. It'll be fine. So anyways,
Oh,
guys.
yeah. Well, this was
It's
great.
great. Yeah,
it was
for
great
sure,
to get
man.
to know you, Matt, over the podcast, and I can't wait to have more wonderful. I'm gonna come try the
Young Love.
Young Love,
And Tough Guy.
and Tough Guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm gonna do
try
tomorrow.
the caramel apple, green apple frappuccino, whatever the fuck you said you made, orange creamsicle, whatever.
That Zoolander drink.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Blue Steel.
Dude, I know. Make that face.
Can't.
Ooh,
I can't even remember.
Can't make
Yeah.
it. I can't do it.
It's natural.
Merman face. All right, guys. Until next time, we'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Bye,
Yeah.
Chef.
Bye.
Bye, Matt.
See ya.